fourth quarters. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, I love his tenacity defensively. The way he plays at that end of the floor, it's been a major factor here in this game.
And as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance and uncomfortable.
They've got Hill. Wayne Ellington is out there with Clarkson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Black in at the 5. That's the Laker 5. Johnson attacking, 5 to shoot. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
You look at the Thunder, they're really the epitome of patience, the build through the draft model, constructing a contender with consistency and just a solid approach every day. That's why they are year in and year out so tough to handle.
First team foul.
Oklahoma City on D. Now Ellington stripped it away.
And he sniffed that throwdown. Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
Clarkson passes to Black. Clarkson kicks to Johnson. They set the pick. The dish to Hill. 4 on the shot clock. And the shot is good. Hill's got 6.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
As he should. That's a good decision. When he gets a clean look, he's got to take it.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Well, we all know the Lakers in transition. Ownership passed down to the next generation in early 2013. And for the first time in L.A., Clark, a bit of uncertainty in that leadership situation.
Yep, a few cracks starting to show their partner, Laker great Magic Johnson, airing his concerns with some of the decision-making. Disharmony, not quite sure of who's going to run things, injuries as well. Just a lot didn't go the way the Lakers had hoped or wanted it to.
Left side, Westbrook. Singler outside. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. That's 10 points now in the game for Kyle Singler.
And when you look at the Lakers, they say that second-generation businesses have a high failure rate. Only time will tell if they can continue the remarkable winning streak this team has enjoyed through the years.
Here's Clarkson, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Clarkson's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
Well, that's been the focus, Clark, as we've watched. I mean, they've created one chance after another inside.
That's good.
And, you know, for the Lakers with the harder cap, they can't outspend like they used to. With the internet, players like Durant don't need to be in a big market to get exposure like it was in days past. So the Lakers will need to outsmart other teams to continue their success.
Lakers trail by 18. He feeds it to Johnson. To the paint. Clarkson passes to Hill. High post try. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
Westbrook drives in, power down with both hands. It's astonishing to see a player, Clark, at his position who can get to the rim like that.
Yeah, he goes very vertical on you, Kevin.
And once he's up there, you know he's going to throw it down hard.
Here's Clarkson. Pass to Ellington from deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Cantor's got his 5th rebound in this one. And Waiters kicks to Westbrook. And the Thunder another 3.
Boy, what a nice third-quarter surge they've got going on right now.
You know, Steve, never a better time than the third quarter in my mind to get the momentum going your way.
Clarkson passes to Johnson. And he gets it to go. Johnson's got 8 points. The Thunder leading by 21.
Wes Johnson, the former #4 pick back in 2010. He was a bust in Minnesota, but he shot better in his 4th season. And once he was moved to kind of a small 4, like the shooting power forward spot, he really found a niche for himself.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Clarkson kicks to Ellington. Here's Black. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
Double team on Westbrook. Inside, out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And a brief look now at the best rebounders from the point guard position over the past month. Russell Westbrook, #1.
Well, it's a dimension to his game that we rarely see at that position. But he places a lot of emphasis on doing whatever it takes to contribute, even on the boards.
And that's why so many people around the league are big fans of his, Steve, because of his willingness to mix it up down low as well as run the show from the perimeter.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Singler. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Clarkson kicks to Boozer. Pass to Clarkson. Tries again. And it's finished off inside by Boozer. Boozer's got 10.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
Augustine with it. He has 5. Over to the wing. Morrow, that's a 2-pointer. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. He's got 9.
Solid work right there. And again, the field goal percentages. Look at the discrepancy between these two teams in the second half.
Well, you're right. We've got one team moving crisply to get good shots and the other team just a bit stagnant.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Collison. The Lakers with the rebound. Davis has got his 3rd rebound on the night. And that one's good. Kelly.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
3-pointer Augustine. It's rebounded by Kelly. Lakers trail by 17. Up and in on the layup. Ellington's got his 2nd bucket.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
And Augustine kicks to Morrow. Feeds to Adams. The jump hook, and he gets the bucket. Adams has got his 2nd basket of the night. For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the 3rd. The Thunder, and especially Kevin Durant, seem to be on the clock for when are they going to win a title, but they still haven't closed the deal yet.
And Kevin, there's no guarantee that you'll win a title. Even if you are a really good team with star players, it just doesn't always automatically happen. I mean, that's not a given, even though they're chipping away at it and have made some great progress over the last 4 or 5 years. Those things are hard to get.
And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That is his 1st foul of the game.
That's his 1st personal foul, 2nd team foul.
Here's Kelly. 6 to shoot. Ellington dishes to Boozer. Great D that time from Collison.
And to your point about the Thunder, I'm not sure if they're missing anything roster-wise. Up and down, there are very few holes for this team.
They're straying away from the 3-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They decided not to take nearly as many 3-pointers in this half.
Lynn kicks to Boozer. He dishes it to Ellington. Here's Sacre, and it's blocked by Adams. And a wide open look for Lynn. No good with the triple. The Thunder leading by 19 points. And here's Augustine. 5 points in the game. Here's Waiters. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine.
Dion Waiters.
Augustine's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And, you know, going back to what you said about the Thunder, they have the stars and the depth, but maybe adding a few more veterans here and there could help them stay tougher in close games. I think that's the one area they're looking to improve in, more veteran leadership and toughness.
Shot's good by Waiters. Waiters got 12 in the game.
Oh, man, they are just putting the hammer down right now.
Defensively and offensively, it has all been working for him today.
Here's Kelly. Shot to stop the run. Here's Sacre. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Stolen by Boozer. From deep three-point range. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Thunder out in front, just dominating this one. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And here now the Thunder. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. So for Oklahoma City right now, we've got Anthony Morrow. Enes Kanter is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Andre Robertson. And it's Westbrook in a point. Here's Sacre. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Russell Westbrook.
Robert Sacre, a powerful 7-footer, likes to operate on that left block where he's got a combination of a right-hand hook and also that turnaround jump shot. So he's got some options.
And Sacre, not a great shooter. He looks to stay around the rim.
Yeah, and while he plays with a lot of energy, Kevin, he's not the most explosive guy, so I expect him to continue to keep working on that touch and his ability to finish.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, you know, as teams become more and more focused on getting good looks in close at the rim, the value of great defensive big men inside just continues to rise. I mean, it's tough to be a contender without a rim protector.
And the Thunder making a change here. Singler's checked in. And with the new camera systems, it's easier to measure defense, going beyond block shots to look at which, for instance, big men diminish shooting percentages in their area.
Yeah, no surprise. I mean, names like Dwight Howard, Roy Hibbert, Serge Ibaka. But interesting that that reputation has value defensively when players hesitate to go inside.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Lakers shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Right side, Lynn. Passes to Johnson. The 3. Hill trying to break free. Johnson can't hit. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Roberson the pass to Westbrook. There's a screen. Here's Roberson, 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go with a 3. Westbrook, no good. And the Lakers have possession. Lynn kicks to Johnson. That's good.
That's exactly what they had in mind on that possession.
A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. Outside Westbrook. Kicks it to Singler. Westbrook dishes to Singler. There's the pass to Ibaka. The fader. And the shot is good.
You know, every team in the league loves to have good size in the middle, but it does seem like the league is getting tougher for big men. You know, they help defenses now. The allowance of zone defenses, you can sort of load up on players. It can inhibit a big man's ability to attack because you can see double teaming even before he's gotten the ball. But it's made for great strategy, and I really like the new rules.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Kanter kicks to Westbrook. Right side Westbrook. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Westbrook's got 24 points.
You know, they've been able to depend on his offense all game long, guys. He's drained a lot of shots out here.
And between now and the horn, Steve, the ball should be in his hands as much as possible if they want to continue to build this lead.
You know, Steve, a lot of teams look at this Thunder franchise as a model, you know, of how to go about building a team that can compete for a title through the NBA draft.
Well, it's a good model to follow, but you need some luck, Kevin. I mean, Kevin Durant fell into their lap. If they don't get the second pick in the lottery, and if Greg Oden doesn't go first to Portland, none of this happens. So, yeah, great planning, and they've had a terrific effort to put all this together, but it really comes back to getting Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Jeremy Lin. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
You know, going back to touch again on the Thunder, really you couldn't have asked for a better scenario for a small market team to put together a roster like this. I mean, your core pieces, your cornerstone pieces, Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, Serge Ibaka, are all relatively young in their careers and seem to enjoy playing for each other. So they're going to be good for a long time.
Well, they did have to deal with some small market repercussions, though. The Thunder, I'm talking about. You know, they couldn't afford to pay James Harden. They had to make that trade. But I think they've dealt with it really well. They've added some nice pieces, and the Thunder obviously still one of the elite teams in the NBA.
First one falls for him.
Enes Kanter, originally from Turkey, some real promise offensively. Scores well on that left block, and he does a nice job on the offensive boards as well. At times, he's even shown the ability to step out and space the floor. It'll be interesting to see how his game develops.
Black's checked in for Sacre. Good on both. And Kanter not a big leaper or shot blocker, but his strength serves him well defensively.
Yeah, he's a good post defender, Kevin, because of those attributes. He holds his ground and has the length to bother and challenge shots.
Clarkson passes to Ellington. Down low. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Outside Westbrook. Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook. Shot off the screen and off the glass. That one's good. Westbrook's got 14 points here in the second half.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, it seemed slightly controversial when it was introduced a few seasons ago, but I think we can all agree now that the new flopping fines have been a big success. Flopping seems to have gone down across the board.
McGarry's checked in for Kanter. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Westbrook kicks to Roberson and out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Well, Clark, flopping is not completely out of the NBA game, but at least now there are repercussions.
I agree, and I'm happy to see that, Kevin, because it's a play that shouldn't be in the game. And now that guys are fined for it and have been quite heavily fined for it, I think we're going to eventually see it become less and less a part of the game, which is the way it should be.
Now here's Ellington. Sinks the triple.
And you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Outside Westbrook. Jones sets the pick for Westbrook. The feed to Robertson, expanding his range, and Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Davis with a screen on Westbrook. Clarkson passes to Johnson. The putback, a follow-up jam.
Now that's no run-of-the-mill putback there.
Well, the rebound and then the dunk, one on top of the other.
The 1-2 punch, you gotta love it.
Singler sets the screen for Westbrook. It's stolen by Johnson. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration. Checking out the game Wayne Ellington is having. He's got 8 points, and the assist numbers tremendous.
His court vision, Clark, has been phenomenal. I mean, he could not be passing the ball any better than he is right now.
And the Lakers making a change here. Hill's checked in, and then for Oklahoma City, Adams comes in for McGarry, and it's Ibaka in for Jones. Westbrook kicks to Roberson. Ibaka against Hill. Shots good by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 4 points now in the quarter. Lakers trail by 21. Los Angeles calls timeout.
You know, it's such a treat to watch the game for a living. It doesn't stand still. It keeps evolving. And as we see the leadership changing hands, a new commission, new owners, I think that process will continue. Hopefully they'll strike that balance between preserving the tradition of the game while also continuing to attract new fans.
Here's Clarkson. It's Hill on the wing. Pass to Clarkson. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. We talk about the new team owners. More than 30%, Clark, of the league's teams have changed hands. I didn't know this since 2010.
I did not either, but again, as franchises grow in value, the owners are getting much more involved. And again, understanding the appreciation potential of this kind of asset. It's a bigger chunk of their portfolio now. It used to be owners were guys that kind of came through the basketball business somewhat and didn't look at it as something that could be a viable asset. But now it's a big business play.
And Ibaka kicks to Westbrook. Dishes to Sink. Off target with his three. Lakers trail by 21. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
You know, offensively, they're looking much sharper here in the second half. The turnovers and miscues are down, and I think they're getting quality shots as well.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. There's the dish to Collison. He kicks it to Robertson.
You know, there's been some debate over the idea of the quote-unquote hot hand. One study implied that it actually doesn't exist. I always felt as a player that, you know, as soon as I felt the ball go through the hoop a couple times, I was much more likely to make that next one.
Well, this is going to end in a lopsided victory, obviously. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness and the ability to close. You really have to give it up for the Thunder.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And so checking out the record for these guys, tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
You know, this is the third consecutive matchup for them against these guys in the season series. It just seems to be a really good matchup for them.
Yeah, it does, and there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I think the sweep will be in order.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for Westbrook. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket just seems to be incredibly wide.
And Augustine kicks to Morrow. He feeds it to Collison. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Lynn. Thunder with the rebound. Well, that hot hand study, Clark, we were talking about a little bit earlier, they realized it didn't take into account how difficult the shots were. And, you know, hot players take those heat check shots.
Yeah, they do. They do. And not to mention, they draw more defensive attention once they get on the roll. So I think it comes back to common sense. Definitely try to get a hot player the ball, but above all else, you want quality shots.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Collison. Collison hits them both. 23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Lynn. Sacre's shot is off.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
Pass to Roberson. Three-pointer Augustine. It falls.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by live with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Yes, thank you, Kevin.